it's good for them. I was proud of our guys. We fought, took it all the way to the end, had an opportunity, and, we fell short. But I was proud of them, the way we played. Um, we're getting better. We're still getting better. So, still stings.
Dan, they were able to put points on the board both the end of the first half and obviously the field goal in the game. Is there anything, reflecting on it, you would have done different with your clock management to leave them with less time in either one of those situations?
No. We were trying to score as fast as possible, and we were going to stop them on defense, use the timeout, see if we could score before half. And then, that was, I guess there at the end I could have bled it all the way down and played for the field goal, if you're asking,
What about if not that different play on third and a half yards instead of a deep pass and then going for it on fourth down?
Could have done that, yep.
Scenario?
Certainly could have done that.
Regret it all?
No. Look, we liked the play call, didn't work out, and, kicked the field goal.
Is that a situation where the quarterback and receiver were on a different page? It was like maybe Jared was looking for more of a back shoulder ball than a shot to the end zone where track was headed?
Yeah, I think it's hard to say. I just think, Shark, I'm not sure he ever really saw it until it was real late. So there was, I just don't think he really saw it. So obviously, yeah, they weren't on the same page. Yeah, Houston did a good job. We've been excited about getting him up. We've been looking to try to work it out for a while now, and it just hadn't, worked out maneuvering through the roster and injuries. But, we knew we needed a little rush, and we felt like he could provide that. You don't think the first game he's going to get straight off there will be 2 sacks, but some of the things he's able to do doesn't surprise us. It was encouraging. It's good to have him up.
There's 2 really good players that executed that final play for them, Diggs and Allen. What was your call before the play, and was it executed the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, look, we would like to. There's things we would like to do a little better, but I would say, look, that's a hell of a quarterback making a hell of a throw in a critical time, and that's another player making a heck of a play at the end, to get themselves in that position. So that quarterback's a real deal. He's a warrior, and he's clutch, and he made a lot of significant plays. We knew it'd be hard to stop him, but we felt like we had to try to contain him, and I felt like for the most part we were able to do that. So we couldn't quite close it out. Well, I think just for them to know that once again, when you play a team like this, it doesn't always have to be perfect, but man, when you're playing that caliber team, the margin for error is, it is very minute, and and every play is significant, which we've talked about before. But I also want them to understand it should sting that we lost that game because we had our opportunities, but that doesn't mean we've taken a step back either. I still felt growth today. I feel like we're continuing to take a step. We are figuring some things out. Yeah, there's still mistakes, but I don't feel like this was a step back. I still feel like we're moving forward, and that's as long as when we come out of this break, this little 3 days off here, that we come back ready to go against the next opponent. This can be a positive for us, not a negative.
Even though people will focus on the way that is an important thing to note. That's one of the best teams in the NFL, and it was toe-to-toe pretty much all day long. You emphasize that for when I assume.
I just told them what I just said is that we belong, and they should know that, and they do know that, and they knew we had an opportunity, which they earned that opportunity. We just didn't close it out, and those guys made the plays, and it's a credit to them over there. But I do feel growth from our team, and I feel us getting better.
You had them in a tough spot in the drive before the game winner, the 90-yard drive. Austin gets flagged for the rushing passer. What do you say to a young player when they make that kind of
Yeah, I mean, just they should know better, you know. And we knew that crew. That was one of the things we talked about. You know, that crew is, you know, unnecessary roughness, and you get close to the quarterback, they're going to call it. And so they've been educated on that, and you know, it's just there again. It just comes down to discipline.
Some of the plays you guys drew up for the Ben call and some of the formations, even knowing you guys were limited with the offensive line and the injuries up there, how proud are you just the way that some of that was developed on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we went in there, and you know, I thought we did some really good things. I mean, look, I thought Yodi for his first start from afar, you know, I thought he battled in there. You know, there was certainly wasn't perfect, but you wouldn't expect it to be perfect. But he and Skip battled in there, and you know, I thought Deck and Sewell did pretty dang good there again, and Frank, you know, he's just battling one more time. So you know, they gave us an opportunity there, and I thought Goff threw it well. You know, Saint came to life again. He just does what he does every week. So you know, we made some plays. The thing that hurt us is, you know, first down when we're backed up, you know, we mistimed, you know, snap, and there's a couple of things there, and so now you're behind the 8 ball, and then we give up a safety, we turn the ball over, you know, and it's like you just can't do those things against that type of team because that becomes, you know, they can bite you. But as far as getting back in it, giving ourselves opportunity, defense coming out in the second half, getting some stops, we're able to answer back offensively. You know, I thought we complemented each other, and we're banging away. And so we're there again. It's disappointing, it's frustrating, but I do believe we're getting better. I can feel us getting better.
And for those who welcome late, your final drive, it seemed like after St. Brown's catch in particular, 7 or 8 seconds to pick up the clock before you took the timeout. Was that miscalculation? We went for a field goal there, what was sort of the why, I guess, let the clock run there a little bit?
Because they had 3 timeouts.
But if you get first down,
So, yeah, they had 3 timeouts, and you're saying why didn't I use mine?
yeah, on that, once you got to 3rd and 1.
Right, so I wanted to use some of the clock down knowing we still had 2, but yet take enough off since they had 3 timeouts. Does that make sense?
I understand.
So I am trying to preserve just enough time for us to get a touchdown, but yet not leave them enough time after a touchdown. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think
That was the fear, because I mean, what was that, 23 seconds they had left there at the end? And so we didn't burn enough of it, and still have the ability to score a touchdown. That's kind of what it came down to.
could you have been more urgent on that drive with some of the, I don't know, play calling?
No, I mean, we were good. I was good with how we functioned. We had 2 timeouts, so I mean, with that amount of time, call it 32 seconds, and at that point we had 2 or 3 timeouts. That's an eternity, especially down there in the, you know, we're at the plus 36, whatever that was. So I felt good about that. I also, it's like you're trying to do that balancing act between make sure we get a field goal out of this at a minimum. Let's see if we can score a touchdown to ice it, but also not leave them enough time either. And you're trying to balance all these things. So.
And so when, to your point, I guess, when you get in 23 seconds, when they have the ball there with Josh, I don't know, how worried are you? What do you think is going through your head, I guess, when Josh has?
Yeah, you just, you know, you're trying to, you're challenging, you know, you're trying to cover down, you're trying to just create a little pressure on him too, just trying to box him in and hope that he's not able to make a great throw, which he was able to make a great throw. You know, he's a great player.
I don't know if he was able to get back in there. Did Jared return, and if not, what was he dealing with?
No, he did not return, and I know he felt a little lightheaded, so we're not sure. There's a chance he goes into concussion protocol, but yet we never really saw him bang his head. But you know, he feels a little off, so we'll see. See.
You get from the guys played, maybe you addressed this before, but was any thought of running it there, left it to the deep shot, I guess, to hurt that, to keep it?
Yeah, we went through a number of scenarios, but it was we liked to play, and you know, it's where the ball went, and we didn't make the play. So.
Sorry, for you guys to be on a national stage, I know the NFL, every game's technically national TV, but on a big stage like this, understand the broadcast, the Lions are back, this is a playoff type of drive. I know you come up short, but how do you balance the step that you are taking with the fact that it is a loss? Does it feel different than you did even 4 weeks ago?
Well, I just stay true to what we are and what we know in there, and which I've told them. You just put your head down and go to work, and we got to clean these things up to get better. Here's what we've been doing to win and why we've been able to stay in games and play against these opponents, play it close. And so that's all we can worry about because, man, if you start looking at, well, we went toe-to-toe with this team and now we're playing this team because we'll get the you should beat this team. And that doesn't matter. You got to show